Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I'm adjusting my fucking vape thing right now, of course, as it ended. There we go.
As it ended. Shouldn't be ending yet.
No, I mean the video.
Oh.
Intro. No, I had to turn it on, but then as I was turning it on, I was like, I think I want to turn it back up because I had turned it down. And yeah, I think I did enjoy it a little bit higher temperature, a little bit easier to pull and actually get a rip.
Yeah, so temperature-wise, you're feeling you may be more on the hotter side?
I'm going to go back up to 5. What did I go to? 500. I was at 420 just for fun. So I'm going to take it back to 500. I think I was only sitting at 530. So I'm going to take it to 5, and we'll see how it does at 500 this morning. It'll probably help now that I have this beautiful handcrafted wooden masterpiece.
Dude, doesn't it?
It doesn't even.
Doesn't it feel like fucking big and aggressive?
It does. Like, it feels fucking like it's commanding. It fucking demands your attention.
It does, dude. That's why it sat on the shelf forever, and I just kept looking at it like, God damn, that thing's cool.
Yeah. It's funny. I haven't actually even used it yet because I'm like, it's too pretty to ash a joint out into. So it's been sitting in here, and I haven't used the ball vape yet until this morning. So
they're made to be used, Colton. They're made to be used.
I know. I just fucking sometimes if something's pretty, I will hold on to it. I will not use it for like a month. Just to enjoy the fucking beauty of it. But on that note, thank you again, man. I'm fucking stoked to have this. And the other pipes, I've been smoking this one hitter every day, actually. I've fucking hit it multiple times. It's super handy. I just leave it on my tray. And then, if I don't have, there's lots of times where I'm like, oh, I should sneak out and smoke a joint. But I don't have time to sit there and roll a joint and then smoke a whole joint, in between fucking cooking supper and dealing with kids. So having this thing, I'm like just leaving nugs ground up in my grinder and then just come out with the one hitter and fucking. But I like it's a little bit, it's bigger than like the dugout one hitters, right? Like it's just a little bit bigger. So it's nice.
Yeah, I was a little fucking apprehensive about the size I made it. It doesn't fit in a dugout. So I was like, man, but I don't really ever carry one of them fuckers around with me anywhere anyway.
Yeah.
It's going to be a grinder. So.
Yeah. But yeah, this is just going to live on my tray, I think, probably.
Yeah, they're handy for little fucking tasters, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm stoked about it. Hooli, I just saw your message, man. That is rough about the fucking mouse in the grow. I saw once my buddy there, Elevated Cannabis in Colorado. He had a fucking rat. I think he had 2 of them that he caught after he realized what was happening. And his plants were like in flower in his like main room. And I think they got 3 plants. They ate the fucking colas off of like 3 plants before he fucking caught the bastards.
Yeah, dude, that's rough. I know we've had a few people. Man, who was it? It was sometime when we were kind of just getting this show in this community together that somebody came out in the morning and their whole fucking seedling tray had just been fucking nipped off. Every top was just fucking chewed off, and it was just a stem sticking out. Every one. So Yeah, that's why I'm not a big fan of leaving. I like all my small, delicate plants to be have sides and walls on them just in case,
Yeah.
because you never know, man. Because hell, that actually ruined one of my fucking mushroom grows. Fucking mouse got in my mushroom tent and peeled all of the fucking filters and injection ports off of all of my fucking jars,
Oh
contaminated
shit.
every goddamn one of them.
Oh fuck.
Yep, trying to get
That's
into the
brutal.
fucking grain.
Oh, oh, little fuckers.
Uh
That's
huh.
brutal.
Yeah. But so yeah, we keep an eye on it. But yeah, it's definitely something I don't think many growers think about until fucking all of a sudden that one hits them in the ass. It's mice.
Yeah,
It,
that's one I would not, you literally wouldn't think of unless it happened to me, for sure. We also, so Alberta has a thing. There are no rats in Alberta. Um, there was a huge infestation like years ago. Like there was a problem. Like they were just in people's garage. Like they're just fucking everywhere. And the entire province went on some extermination program and literally ran the rats out of Alberta. And we have no rats in Alberta anymore. It's fucking crazy. Clove in the dryer sheets. Yeah, we got beavers. Yes, we got
I
beavers, Art man.
I didn't even
But
know it
they
was
ain't
possible to fucking
fucking
run them out.
eating your shit.
I mean, if you get a big enough plant, motherfucker's gonna think he's got a tree.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm talking, I mean, like, there's no beavers fucking sneaking into your house and eating your shit.
What? There's no beavers sneaking in houses up there?
Yeah,
Fuck.
beavers. Man, we don't got rats. We got fucking beavers.
Beavers are just fucking pond rats, aren't they?
Kinda, yeah. I'd say that's more the muskrat, but yeah, beavers are in the same.
Nah, that's just because it's got rat in the name. Muskrats are cute.
Maybe. I don't know. I saw a
I
guy
don't.
on a loan ate a muskrat and then fucking had to go home because he got fucking sick.
That seems odd, but
Uh,
you know that happens in the world of goofy men fucking together on a job site.
yeah.
I've seen guys eat weird shit on
Yeah.
bed. Yeah, we watched a guy eat a fuck. As a matter of fact, eat a rat, a fucking live rat. Fucking take a big bite right out of that motherfucker once. On a
That's
bed
sick.
on the job site.
Fuck.
Right? I think he actually ended up getting fucking. I think that dude ended up getting rabies because I think beyond biting him, like the rat turned around and bit his ass too while he was fighting him. I think he
Yeah.
ended up getting fucking rabies off of the whole thing, which
Fuck.
served him really fucking well. But we had another guy. That's more than a few guys I know in the fucking trades get rabies.
What the fuck?
One fucking guy got it in the lunchroom at fucking the refinery we were working at. We were in a fucking refinery in Minnesota somewhere, and in the lunchroom we all went in, and there was this fucking bat just fucking sprawled out in the middle of the fucking lunchroom table. The guy just went up and started fucking with it and shit, and that bat got pissed off
Yeah.
and fucking woke up and bit his ass.
Shit.
And he ended up getting fucking rabies.
That's
He had to
hilarious.
do the shots. Yeah,
Fucking deserved
yeah.
it then.
They had to put fucking signs up everywhere in that plant to not fuck with the bats.
Yeah.
After that, uh, shit.
Rat biting needs to be removed from the gene pool.
That's it. I agree. I agree, Rick.
That's
That
funny.
they tried to remove that from the gene pool, and unfortunately, they make shots for it. So you were saying right before we started, and right before you went to go get your coffee and be late, that you just picked up some new seeds. What you got, bud?
Oh yeah. Oh fuck, I left them upstairs still. So I've been missing that like solid sativa in my garden, right? I need a good daytimer. And I've been watching this guy on X. He's also on Instagram, but he posts more on X, or at least I find I've been finding on X. I'm getting a lot more just real good cannabis content versus all the Instagram bullshit that you get. So uh, I've been spending some time, doom scrolling on there through the cannabis community. And there's a guy. He's here in Canada called Private Breeds, and he's doing a lot with big hashers. And he's got I believe I'm trying to remember the right order. I think it's Jack Herrera by Amnesia Haze by Appalachia or whatever. I can't remember. I think there's another name for the Appalachia one, Silver Mountain something or other. And it's supposed to be a really good, heady daytime. Kind of got those classic, the Jack Herrera and Amnesia Haze thing going on. And it's supposed to be a super good washer, but it looks deadly. So I picked up some of those beans. And then he sent with that one called the Garlic Twins, which is like it's a cherry something or other by GMO by something else. I can't remember. So I know it was the freebie, so I don't remember exactly what the lineage is on those, but I'll show them next week. I'll have them here. I'll probably. I wish I would have fucking just waited. I forgot I ordered them when I popped this next round of seeds, but I wish I would have waited because now I have more fem seeds to pop. So, but yeah, that guy Private Breeds. Check him out on Twitter or X or fucking Instagram. Like I said, he's making a lot of really good hashing, or at least he's saying they're good hashing strains. His website actually has, he's broken it up into categories, and one of the categories is hashers. So he is doing some testing and some washing and actually separating those out. So it should be
That's
interesting
fine.
to see how they
And
grow.
you're just kind of the same thing. You're looking for a daytime medicine, huh?
Hmm.
Like a good daytimer. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I've been looking for around here too. Been trying to decide. I actually went through some things. I was telling you right before we started. That the next seed pop is still going a little fucked up. Although I think I'm figuring it out. I do think my soil's a little too heavy. No big fucking surprise there. I don't know why I do this to myself all the time, but I was in there this morning and I was looking around some things and I noticed that I had one seed pop that literally the seed was up and the taproot, it had pushed itself completely out of the soil. So instead of
It's
getting in
crazy.
there and fucking rooting inside, they seem to just be kind of locking up. That's and I think I may have even touched on that last time we talked about me restarting these again. I said I was going
Mhm.
to put less water on them and things, and I did. But I still think it's just too heavy. I do make my soil with a fair amount of compost and worm castings inside of them, and that can
Right.
create kind of an issue. So yeah, that's what we got with those. None of those were anything that was too, yeah, soil too dense. Exactly, Jeffro. I did paper towel some new ones just to get some shit started. Was going through my vault and wanted to get some things out that I've been thinking about for a minute. I had the old Black Forest, the original F1s. So I popped I think 5 of those. Hoping for an original, one of the first Black Forest. We'll see if something fun stays. We'll keep it around. Possibly might even keep a male if it pops up. Um, but we've got them all in paper towels right now. Just going to do the thing. I've always been on the end. It's just a needless step. All you know is that your seed pops, and then you got to redo the
Yeah.
fucking same thing, right? So to me, it's always been a needless step. But with what I got going on, I wanted to see that I at least have germination with these. Some of them
Hmm.
are older seeds, so I went ahead and we went with this route. But I did look, and it looks like I've got at least three of the original Black Forest are popped. It looks like we're starting to spit a tail out of the Hawaiian Romulan. I
Nice.
got a few of those down. And then it was something from Kingfisher. Um, Not
Search again.
Kingfisher, I'm sorry. It was something that I got from High and Tight. It was a flow by AK-47.
Oh yeah, that's from Agnes originally.
Is it?
Yeah, I've got the same. I've got a pack of those too.
So I want to get through those, and I was trying to remember why I had those. I remember having a talk with him when I got those fucking beans, and why he was giving them to me. And it was something for my wife. I believe it was a nice uppity strain, a little more heady, something. So that's why I was throwing that one down. We'll see what that does. Plus, fucking AK-47s. It's a fun.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, so
yeah. I've seen actually
Kingfisher,
quite a few people posting some AK recently. Seems like
yeah.
it's kind of coming back a little bit.
Uh, Kingfisher. I don't like the plugs, man. I've plugs just I end up digging them up everywhere. They don't fucking break down fast enough. They don't fit in my system. So who won't be using those?
Mm. That's how I used to do all my seed popping was in the plugs.
I've never been a fan of popping the seeds in the plugs. It's just I clones. I've liked them, but then like I said, I buy them by usually I either get 100 or a 500 at a time, and
Hmm.
by the time you get to the last third of the bag, they're always junk. I don't have luck with them. They don't root as well. They don't fucking clone as well. So I don't like buying something that it's just gonna kind of keep degrading, the more I use
Hmm.
it, especially if I don't get to use it all. And that, like I said, that's been my experience. Other people probably fucking take better care of it. I'm not made for those things.
I
And
just found that mine when I was doing the plugs, it seemed like the seeds were they'd get leggier, like they'd grow tall and spindly really quick and then want to fall over. Um, so yeah, that's why I switched to the paper towel, and then I could bury them however deep I needed to, instead of trying to make the hole extra deep in the plug and push it down further.
right.
Um,
Well, and
so
and
yeah.
this is also like I was telling you when we started this morning. I popped a bunch of fucking genetics all around the same time. I had one strain come up just fucking fine, in the same thing that everybody else is struggling. Um,
Right.
that just tells me that everything else doesn't need to be coming up. It's not strong enough to push through it. It doesn't need to fucking be alive. If you can't push through, I realize that the soil is a little heavy, but I've also planted a lot of things outside, basically direct in the soil, and that shit's like fucking concrete. They can push through. So I just don't see that these seedlings are strong enough to want to fucking come up. I mean, that's all there is to it. So,
Hmm.
I'm taking an extra step on these, but some of these that I'm using now are old, so I'm giving them a little bit of that old fucking treatment, right? Give them a little something special, but anything that should be a decent genetic with that's not old. I mean, fuck, you should be able to throw that goddamn thing in a crack in concrete and watch it come up an hour later.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Not, I'm being excessive, but you all know what I mean. But
Yeah.
that is my theory on it. I mean, yeah, I'm taking it easier on this one because I want to fill up more space in my garden. But as it stands, that doesn't make me happy. Uh, by the time these things get planted into the soil, I should see them breaking my soil surface. You know what I mean? Like it's an extra 3 days that I've always thought was kind of dumb. But
Yeah.
at the same point, it can't be too dumb if I'm losing fucking at this point about 20 different seeds. So
Yeah. Yeah. Cheers, one more
whatever.
quarter.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
and that is the problem, Clay. I don't really ever have problems in the summertime. I always have problems in the fucking wintertime. I do have heat going, but I don't know. You would think it's enough.
You lose, Doc. I disagree with your statement there. On to each their own. But you lose 2 weeks if you put them
No,
in paper
not 2 weeks.
towel. I will tell you right now. You can see these. Whoop, there we go. See those little babies above the pots? Those are less than, well, actually, they're about 2 weeks old now. And I soaked them overnight, put them in paper towels for 48 hours, and they were fully fucking sprouted. They bucked the shells off. They were ready to put in the soil. So, and
Yeah.
they hit the cocoa and took off running. They have not slowed down one bit. So I think it's just, it depends on your timing. Um,
Definitely.
and I think it depends on the genetic too. Like I said, these genetics are beating everything else that was popped at the same time.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely. For sure, dude. And that's I also don't
cheers,
like I said,
Tukey.
it's you're not going to lose 2 weeks. You're not even going to lose a week. To me, I don't even really technically you're not losing any time, right? The fucking sprout's the sprout. It's going to go. It's
Yeah,
going to fucking do its thing. When it started to kick the tail out, that's when time goes. Um, I like to see my sprout above the soil in 3 fucking days. If it takes 2 days to sprout in, to show me a tail in the paper towel, and then I put it in my soil, and then it takes 2 days to work itself back out, I feel like I've lost 2 days. Have I? No, absolutely not. It just feels that way to me. I like when they're in their kind of initial soil home, they get to break into it and get right used to it, right? They get to fucking touch the soil right away. It's just what I like. It's the way
yeah,
I like to do it. And yeah, sometimes it's fucking frustrating because I do dumb shit. But uh, also, the plants are fucking bulletproof when they come out, man. Like, I have rock solid plants that I'm very happy with when I do it this way. So when they come up, they're fucking strong as shit, but they got to fucking make it up.
yeah. Organi plugs. Oh, nice, nice kingfish. Those sound nice.
I have to look into them. I mean, all of them are made out of a processed fucking cocoa. So,
Yeah, of some sort,
uh,
right?
it's just for whatever reason, the breakdown period on those plugs, whatever they do to stick them together, fucking absolutely just shits on the breakdown period on it. So,
Yeah. Jeez, that's funny. Uh,
well, so that's the thing. Yeah, they don't need just.
yeah,
I always
yeah,
got to remember that we need to click on these things when we try to talk about them. That
yeah,
yeah, they don't need the soil in the or the nutrients inside the soil, but they also won't fucking take it. I'm not going. The big thing that I've tried to fucking remember is, man, that seedling takes so long to do anything, right? Like, it'll fucking it requires very little moisture, very little nutrition, very little anything. So when I sit them inside those little plugs, you know, you can have one of those things in there for 2 3 days and not have to actually touch it. It sits there, it's happy, it's fucking dry, it's just doing its thing, getting used to life. So when they start getting a little bigger, they get real fucking sensitive about that, and it is something that I'm working on with my seedlings. I've always been that way. Is I fucking I'm rough on little plants. I overlove the shit out of them. I think they're big boy plants, and they need to get their feet under them. And so,
yeah,
yeah, that's always where I've had my struggle, and it will continue to be that way. It's just the way I am. Although, like Clay was saying, I do think I do want to start doing mine in cocoa soon.
Yeah.
just pure cocoa, because they don't need anything. It's easier for them to get that solid root structure to get through there, for them to dig through. And then when I
Yeah.
put them in something a little more aggressive, they can take to it a little better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you saw how tall mine are here, these seedlings, and I won't even call them seedlings anymore. They're fucking on their third node now. They still have not had anything other than RO. I haven't given them shit, and I usually don't until they have 2 to 3 sets of leaves. So I will start feeding them pretty soon here, probably today or tomorrow. But yeah, they have had just straight RO so far, and they are beautifully green and happy and just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the right amount of water can can sustain them for quite a bit when they're just young.
Yeah. And honestly, man, I don't know what's in the fucking water at my place, but just the water will get plants by for quite a while.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know if you saw my cloner, but there was nothing but my tap water put in that thing, and I was growing big, beautiful plants that looked like they were still getting fed fucking hydro. So I'm, I'm a little curious about that one. But
Sawdust. I missed the sawdust comment. Who? Somebody popping seeds in sawdust? Oh, holy! I use a clone in sawdust.
yeah, I don't think
Interesting.
I'd try that one.
Interesting.
Huh. I'll
Yeah.
tell you what I have thought of though is just doing it in big plant bully. um, is sand. I've also thought about just pop them in fucking sand. Nice and easy. They can roll through. Fucking, it's always interested me. I've never fucking tried it, and I've always wanted to.
Hmm.
Uh, but being as it's easily anything can work through it nice and easy. Even when it's compact, it's not really fucking compact. And
Yeah.
it's if you get the right stuff, sterile. So not dealing with a bunch of bullshit. As
Yeah.
the seedlings just trying to come up, and then
Yeah.
and then fun. You can just fucking grab it, pick it up, all the sand falls off, and you can just pop your new roots in there. And any sand left over just gets to go right into your system. So
Need some salts for the sand. Yeah.
you
Yeah,
wouldn't
Huli.
need
I
them.
was just say
You
you
wouldn't
could
really need. Sorry, go
bake
ahead.
it too, Huli, instead of boiling it. Boiling sand might be a little bit tricky, but baking it in the oven's pretty easy.
Yeah, Clay, I was thinking that if you ran that for just the first 2, 3 weeks of that seedling's life, you wouldn't need the salts either. You could just let that thing do its own. And actually, by the time you just get it above soil and everything, I'd get it fucking transplanted, so it wouldn't be in the sand long enough to need any feeding.
Hmm.
At least in the theory I got in my head.
I wonder, uh, would there's a certain sand that you use for pool filters, the sand pool filters. It's a silica sand. Would that work well for
I don't
that,
know.
or do you think?
I mean, just
Because
sand, man. I would just get
yeah,
fucking playground sand and just be done with it.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe if you were
Oh,
real
I see what
awesome,
you mean, Huli.
go to the local beach.
Yeah, yeah. Just go harvest your own sand.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna start doing that every time I go places. Like next time I go to Vegas, I'm gonna pick me up a fucking handful of sand, and I'm just gonna start spreading that shit a little bit in my bed. That way, get a little bit from here and there, everywhere, man.
It's funny. We used to joke around about, we had a sandbox in our backyard at our old place. So we used to joke around about bringing buckets home from the beach just to top up the sandbox.
Right? Free sand, man.
Yeah, they fucking, the fucking county goes and tops it up once a year anyways, so fuck it.
Fuck yeah. There you go. Ooh, fish tank sand. That'd be expensive though. Man,
Yeah,
fucking stuff for fish tanks is fucking expensive. I
yeah.
haven't looked in years though. It's been Been a long time since I've done any fish stuff. So I ended up. This one will be funny. Here, let me get my hat, my safety squints. We'll go walk through the fucking room real quick. Show you what, show you the little babies, and then what's happening.
Nice, Double J. That would almost work like that aquarium gravel would be like putting a layer of perlite or something in the bottom of your pots, right? Be kind of similar. Oh, local does the fish? Yeah, super expensive.
I don't remember if I saw a tank when I went and visited him or not. I know he's got a hell of a nice fucking succulent collection down in the fucking basement.
Nice.
Yeah. No co-host today. Look at this shit. Fucking.
Slacker.
He's probably up there hanging out with my old lady, being a fucking traitor. All right. So
Yeah. Little asshole.
fucking traitor. But so Big Bed's got 5 little plants in there. This one I really, really like. That one is just a couple leaves out. You know, kind of get an idea of the size. Comparatively to fucking any of the others. Ugh, grab this one. You can see that one is just
Oh yeah.
it's really kicking ass. Got another one right here that's about half as nice. But trying to catch up. Got a got a fucking mutie here. Doesn't really look happy with life. We'll see how she continues on. But um, little one. But like I said, you know, all of these popped out of that same soil, right? All of these here, they popped out of it. They're growing out of it. They're doing just fine. Good, solid plants. Uh,
So are these
it,
these are the seedlings that did pop that first round?
yeah, from the very first round, these are the
Okay.
Spanish grapes from Loving in Her Eyes.
Okay, nice.
So that's what'll be happening there. Over
Okay.
here, we've got the fucking Harlequins. I'm gonna get these planted probably today, tomorrow, sometime. Get them fucking stripped down. These things are so short and bushy that I'm gonna get them planted in this bed and let them get moving because I'm 100% certain these are gonna catch up.
Yeah.
So, so these are gonna get planted, stripped down, and taken care of, spread out, all that stuff, so we can see how the Harlequin's gonna do. But yeah, they definitely need some love, man. Look how fucking this thing is just a ridiculous bush. Um,
Nice.
yeah, so you can see how bad it needs thinned out. But that's how we're doing in here right now. Everything actually is pretty nice. And for most people, this is how I would normally run this bed. There's only a couple plants in here, 4 or 5, maybe 6. So this isn't out of place for this bed. This round, I do plan on running more than 5. I want it. I think I want about 10 plants in there. So that's what we'll do with this. Kind of like the last run, we'll keep them a little shorter, tighter, flip them a little sooner, just to get these run through. Because yeah, I want to get through some stuff. So, and I don't have the 5x5 set up, so we'll just be. I don't know when I'm going to set it back up. Don't even, you know, one of
Yeah.
those where I don't want to give myself too much more fucking work. I'm
Right.
trying to fucking back off on that a little bit. So
Yeah,
I think
Western
what
Maine,
I
that's a 4x8.
yes, this is a 4x8 bed right here. This is 2x4 bed right there. Both of them the grassroots. Both of them have the thirsty earth system with the Ola pots running down inside of them for watering. Uh, yeah,
Hell yeah. How many how many did you have in the bed for the Black Forest run?
12.
12.
Yeah. Yeah, I had 12 in there for the Black Forest run, and this is how I normally run it. So as you can imagine, I was kind of losing my mind. I'm
Yeah.
not used to having that much shit all fucking in and packing around each other and doing crazy shit. So
Yeah. That's right, 2 cents. There's a cock out there for you.
But yeah, so that's how everything's going. So we are now getting ready to get back to regular updates and posts and fun things, watching plants grow. So
Nice.
yeah, I'll be excited to get those cleaned up, get them in the home, and then see how they do. But like I said, since they've been growing so short and squatty, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It'll be a big difference. Now they're going to go from that 2 gallon pot into that bed, so they should want to stretch a little bit once they get in there. But it ain't going to be much of a stretch.
Yeah. So will you how long have those been in those pots?
I don't know, a long fucking time.
So will you when you put those in there, will you break up the bottom a bit and like,
Now, you want to see what they
pull
look
off
like? Here, hold on.
old root mass or
Let's see what they look like.
oh, you can do it Western Maine. It just depends on what else you got to have in the room too.
So, I mean, honestly, it's not that bad
Oh yeah,
looking
it's
at
not
it.
too bad. Yeah.
No, it's not bad at all. So I'll break it up. I'll break it up and go ahead and space all that shit out. Um, but I won't like aggressively fucking get
Yeah.
in here and get
Yeah.
crazy with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I always kind of just do that thing. I think I saw Roster Jeff do it, where you just kind of you hold it from the with your fingers on the bottom of the pot and kind of just rip the bottom open a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
usually
just spread it
how I do
open.
it. Why the fuck? There.
Yeah, to just get in there and like actually spread open that bottom fucking root ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Western Maine, you got me wondering how big my room is. Like I wonder if I could fit. I mean, I know I could fit one 4x8 bed in my room, but I wonder how many beds I could fit in there.
Yeah. I mean I feel like you have a lot of extra. Well, let's see, by 11. So if you did 2 foot on each, yeah, no, you fit two 4x8s in there pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
even gives you a little bit of fucking walk room, wiggle
Yeah,
room
you
to
have
get
have
around there.
yourself a little aisle.
Yeah, man.
If so, here's a question for you. If somebody, oh shit, if somebody was gonna try living soil for the first time, would you recommend like a small bed, like your little 2x4 one, or a bigger bed, or just a big pot to start?
Ooh. Um.
So when I started growing, I didn't know fuck all about living soil. I knew there's a difference between organic and synthetic fertilizers. But I looked at beds multiple times. And I'm glad now, knowing what I do know, that I did not purchase one because I would have been like, what the fuck? What did I get myself into? I would have been trying to water that shit with fucking salt. So
Yeah, that's so
that's a
and
good point,
really
Major. That's a good point, too. The cost.
well, but that's the thing. That's kind of like a one-time cost, right?
Hmm.
You put it in and you're
A
fucking
bigger,
done.
bigger upfront investment. Yeah.
Yeah. I would always kind of advise on the side of if you wanted to be a living soil grower, if you've done your research, if you're going to be there, then always going bigger is going to be better. The more space, the bigger amount of mass that you give yourself, the easier it's going to be, the less headaches you're going to have. It's
Hmm.
going to get less swingy. It's going to help take care of itself more. So, um, I mean, doing a couple plants in the 2x4, the 2x4 bed is fucking perfect. It's about 100 gallons worth of soil, I think.
Okay.
Maybe 50. No, it's more than 50. So I think it's somewhere around 75 to like 100 gallon like worth of soil. If you were to buy it like buy a pot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it'd be somewhere in that realm. I used to do 25 and 50 gallon pots, which I liked a lot. But you have to, in my opinion, I had to do a little plastic on the outside of them because I was using
Right. Yeah, I remember when you.
fabric
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, I remember you.
So in efforts to try to hold some moisture in and let everything kind of stay moist inside of there, the plastic was really needed for those. So, but
Yeah.
living soil is a
The
marketing tactic.
marketing.
Uh, I'm going to need an explanation on that one. No, living soil is just
From producers, you got to expand on that thought. Is that
yeah,
like
yeah. You're definitely going to have to expand on
you
that.
talking about a rec market selling point or like the fucking living soil nutrient companies? So when I think of the living soil, I always think like if you're gonna do it like you do it, where you leave, you harvest your plants, you leave that fucking root ball down in there to
Hmm.
break down, and then you plant somewhere else. I was really surprised the first time I heard somebody like Jeffro mentioned 5, 7, or 10 gallon pots. Um, in my mind, I just go to like, what do you do with? Because if you're gonna do that, you're keeping soil. You've got a storage of soil somewhere, like a tote or a bin or whatever, right? Like,
Right.
what are the practices for keeping your soil healthy while you're not using it in between? Or do you just re-amend every single pot that you fill every time type deal? In my mind,
No,
it's
that's
more
a good one. I like that.
like you do with the bed where you just leave it, you're not going from pot to a tote to a pot to a tote back and forth.
So when I've done my testing and things like that, because that is the way I like to grow. That's what I have around. I have the soil sitting around. I'm always kind of basically, mm, um, basically, what I would do is grab my soil, make my mix, and do kind of almost that subcool style, let it cook, right? Let it
Hmm.
do its thing. Build the soil, let it cook, let it break down, let it become available to the plant. Then I run my plants, and then when everything's done through that run, I shake it all out into that tote. I break all the roots down. I get rid of the biggest masses, right? I want just little stringy masses, the stuff that comes out that's in the soil. I don't want big clumps of roots. So the
Hmm.
big clumps go get fucking thrown out to the compost, but the rest of it just goes into a tote. Now that tote will get inoculated with worm castings. It will get re-amended a little bit, depending on what the grow looked like when it was done. But it's always going to get some form of re-amendment because it needs it. It's a small pot, so it'll go in there, and then the worms will be in there. I will give it a little bit of like labs, little lactic acid stuff. Give that a little bit to help the breakdown, and then I just close it, and it gets closed
Hmm.
until that soil gets fucking kneaded again. And so that soil will just sit there and work itself. There's the worms will be in there working, the microbes, the life. A lot of times you will see that there is still springtails and things inside of there. So there's still a lot of life inside of that tote actually doing work and breaking down that soil and getting everything ready for the next run. So it's
Yeah.
basically kind of, it's not just a reamendment, but it's also adding, like I said, when you add since I make my own worm castings and things like that, since when you add those in there, a lot of the times you're going to get extra worm pods, things like that inside of there, so that you will grow more worms inside of there,
Right.
and does its fucking job. So
Yeah. Yeah, Art man, I I also have no dog in that fight. I'm just playing devil's advocate for for that. But yeah, I'm not fucking I'm not even an organic grower. But I do see the difference in needing a term, because I know like there's, people are talking about the term living soil and that, and there is a difference between organic growing and living soil growing, and I think it needs, we need a term to distinguish that, right?
Yes.
um,
Yeah. That's
so
the
they
living
may
soil isn't
rely
just.
on it heavy to sell their soil for living soil, yes, but I think that the term still needs
Yeah,
to
it's
be there.
not just a marketing term. It is a real
Yeah.
thing.
Cheers,
I
Biggie.
have life inside of my pots, and I'm not trying to keep my soil happy. I'm trying to keep my life happy. I'm not worried so much
Hmm.
about just that soil. I'm worried about all the life that's inside of it: the nematodes, the bugs, the fucking mites, the worms, everything that's in there. I'm trying to make happy. I'm not just trying to make the plants happy. I'm trying to make that
Right.
whole ecosystem, and that's where that comes down. That is not a fucking term of just organic versus living. Because right, I am trying to keep a lot of life alive.
Yeah. I could grow organic and not have all the fucking bugs and worms and all that shit, right? Like it's not.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
do see, like I see where the term comes from. There, if you have all that stuff, yeah, I always think of it like when you have your cover crop and shit, and you pull back that layer of cover crop and you see shit moving around. It makes the soil look like it's alive. That's why they call it living soil, probably because of all the things living in there. But yeah, exactly, weed nerd. You can get organic bottle nutrients, and that's not anything close to living soil by any means. Just
Right.
because you're growing organically.
Right. And like I said, it's the term to let you know that when you come in here and you move shit around in my environment, you're gonna see shit move away from you.
Hmm.
You know, I have a lot of fucking workers inside of my garden. It ain't just me. They're in there doing all that fun stuff.
Yeah. Oh fuck, we haven't had this fucking one of these yet. Yeah, Rick, that's we could get into that. We could do we could do a few shows about about that, Rick. Cheers, everybody. Here we'll double down since we are slacking.
Woo!
Here's one for you. Are you still have one worm bin, or you have multiple? Because I thought you had a couple at one point.
I still have two. I am not doing very well at taking care of the smaller one at the moment. It just I don't have enough mass to keep them going and happy. So I
Mm.
should actually shut the bigger one down and just start working out of the smaller one. But I have one of the worm towers, stackable. I think it's got 8 trays.
Okay. Yeah.
I think I have an 8 tray stackable. And then I have what's called the urban worm farm, or urban worm bin. It is fuck. I don't know how big it is.
Is that
It's a lot
that's
bigger.
the big bag one?
Yeah, that's the big bag one that's
Yeah,
on the
I think
stand.
they're like 3 by 3 or something like that.
That sounds about right. But I think it's about a 3 by 3 by 3.
Yeah.
Uh, and it's what do they call that? An underflow or an under harvest. So you kind of keep filling it up through the top, and it's got a hole in the bottom, and you harvest everything down through the bottom of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I like
super
that one because
convenient.
it's way less work. Like you said, you just throw shit on the top and comes out the bottom.
Yeah. and it's nice, but like I said, I just am not throwing enough in there to keep that thing happy. That thing can move. Uh, it can break down
Mm-hmm.
a lot of bucket material fairly quickly.
Yeah.
If you're wanting to start a good ass worm bin, one of them urban worm bags is amazing. It'll get you through. I do find it interesting enough, though. If you're in the situation like me where you're not quite feeding it enough, you almost never feel like you can quite harvest it enough because it stays real low
Mm-hmm.
if you're not feeding it real heavy. So,
Nice, Noob.
but
Sounds wicked.
yeah, uh, it's been my favorite. It's the one I like the best. And it is the easiest, and it gives you the most amount of bang for your buck, really, out of all the ones I've seen. So it's built real fucking nice, like real nice. So I was a little skeptical it being a bag, and
Mm-hmm.
then putting a fucking worm home inside of it that is meant to just break everything the fuck down. I
Yeah.
was like, "Ooh, a bag sounds like a horrible idea," but it really does function and hold up really nice.
Yeah, it's funny because when I was looking, I saw that one and I had a similar thought process. Like, I don't know about that. So I went with a fucking bin that came from the lady I got my worms from. And then after I saw yours, I was like, God damn it! I should have fucking should have got the worm bag because our bin was not. I don't. She didn't make it. I mean, she did okay, but I think it needed a little bit uh, more holes in some spots, and then uh, it needed tighter fittings. Like she put big holes in the side of the bin, and then put like these little metal grates in them, but they didn't fit great, so the worms crawled through the fucking sides of the bin all the time. They were always dried up on the side of the bin and shit like that. So, I mean, I know if you're doing it right, the worms stay down in the fucking shit. They're not climbing out of the bin, but
Well, that's one of the things I learned in starting the worm farms is when you first start one, put light in on and around it because worms naturally want to.
they want the dark,
Uh,
right?
no, they want to explore. The
Oh,
worms
do they?
naturally want to explore their environment, so they need to know what's good and what's not. So when
Hmm.
you first put them in that environment, if you don't have light around your bin, they'll try to get out because they want to see as much area as they have to move around. So
Yeah,
if you start for your first couple weeks, you give them that light on the outside, it actually helps keep them contained inside of your bin.
yeah.
So
How's that, Bull Rider? I had ringworm when I was a kid. If that's what you're talking about, Clay. I also had worms.
I believe that's why he's so fucking skinny. I think he's still got one or two in there. Just one little tapeworm, man. Keep you nice and fucking trim. It's okay.
Yeah, feeding the worm, little white ones. Yeah. Oh, we dewormed our cats not long ago, and yeah, one of them had one. That's for sure. I thought it was a fucking noodle on the floor when I came out in the morning in the garage. I thought they had thrown up and like I thought they got into like our food scraps for the chickens and ate a noodle or something. Nope, it was a big ass worm. Fucking, they puked it up. Like that's fucking gross.
That's hilarious. Although I did that once, fucking actually it was I had a big gap inside of like my screen door, and I did not realize that it was a really big gap until one day I come in the house and I look in my fucking like across one of my doorways. I was like, oh shit, it looks like the cat fucking puked on the rug. I was like, I'm gonna clean it
Yeah.
up where the wife notices so she doesn't yell about it. And so I go over there and I go, oh, fucking. I got a garter snake just fucking wrapped up in my fucking living room. Look like, from a little ways away, it looked like a pile of shit. But yeah, a fucking
Yeah,
garter snake just chilling in my goddamn living room. Fucking
that's crazy.
somehow crawl through and shit. So I go over there and I grab the fucking bowl at this point, fucking slap it on there, and I'm just walking around the house trying to pretend like I'm not doing anything, so
Yeah,
that my wife doesn't notice there's a snake in the fucking house.
that's funny. Yeah, fuck Clay. They'll do anything over there. Ugh. I know they're big into the leeches too, in over there. I can't remember where it is, if it's Japan or Korea, but you can also go get like your fucking feet detoxed, where you put your feet in the water and they have all the little fish in there and the fucking toxins. They've got whatever. I think there's like some essential oil combination you can put in the water and it pulls the toxins out of your feet, and then the fish eat the fucking stuff coming out of your feet.
That's what I thought. It was just the little fish who like to eat the dead fucking skin cells on
Oh,
your
is
shit.
that what? Maybe that's what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, pick that.
Yeah. How about that for your aquaponics? Smoking your own dead feet, dead skin cells.
Oh fuck. But that's one of those. I still get a kick out of it every time I fucking go and shave my head or give myself a trim up. I'll fucking grab the hair. I'll throw it in. I'll throw it on top of my bed, and I'll send a picture to Chad Westport. He still thinks I'm a fucking weirdo for that shit.
That's funny.
Yeah, but seriously, like it's one of those things. I'm like, well, it really doesn't do like it's yeah, it's like it doesn't do anything. The small amount of nitrogen that my hair might add to that bed is negligible. It's fucking nothing.
Yeah.
It's just it's
Feet
just one
water
of those
smells like
things. It can go in the garbage. It can go in there, or it can just go in the
Jeffro.
bed. What's the fucking difference?
Yeah.
Feet water smells like nachos.
I hope you don't actually know that for a fact, Jeffro.
Just like nachos, huh? Why you
That's
gotta ruin
nacho
nachos for
cheese.
me, man?
Yeah. Fuck, I just had some last night before bed, actually.
nachos.
Thanks for that.
I'm just gonna start saying like fucking all kinds of weird ass body fucking things smell like nachos now,
Yeah.
just to fuck with people. Be like, bro, did you know the inside of your knee smells like fucking nachos?
Now you got me to look down at my knee.
Fucking stoner.
I don't know, Jeffro. It's been a minute since I had those kind of fucking sweaty foot terps. Nice, Rick. Nice.
God damn it. Obviously, my weed's doing all right too because I forgot to fucking empty my bowl out. Fuck. That's the worst.
I
That
haven't.
is definitely.
I only had to use the stem once so far. You know what I realized too? Uh, fucking putting your vape weed in here. It's not like when you put out a joint, right? Like this thing's still clean, even though it's got weed crumbs in it. It's still clean.
Yep. Well, except your spike. Your spike eventually like gets a little bit of fucking gunky filled up
Yeah,
on it, but you just fucking
yeah,
pick it right off. But yeah, it always stays clean.
hell yeah. Yeah, that was a booth tray, Jason. Yep, made by a boofer for a boofer.
That's right.
Baked potato and dirty feet. Interesting. Gross, but interesting. Uh, Actually, I had one of the garlic fish, which is a GMO cross. Um, One of those had some dirty, sweaty, nasty shoe, like old dirty shoe terps. And it had like that oddly sweet smell to it a little bit. That's
Your buddy'd love my fucking pillow.
the fuck. Oh, if you don't know what you're talking about, that is a fucking strange comment.
If you know what that comment's about, it's even stranger.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, noob. If they're so far uh, phobic, then means they are, right?
so he wants somebody to touch his butt.
He's just afraid someone's gonna find a secret if he talks about it.
Oh, oh shit. Man, I gotta find my fucking solo cups
Mm.
later. I got stuff sprouting. I'm gonna have to get it in some fucking soil.
Hell yeah.
But I lost my solo cups. I don't know where they all went to.
Uh-oh.
I know, right?
Man, I went to I just started buying pots off Amazon. It's cheaper than fucking solo cups, and they usually have a little bit better base than solo cups. You know, a little bit
Yeah,
wider, so they're not as tippy. Um, and like these ones that I got these pots, those ones off Amazon, and I think they're 3/4 gal, just black pots. And I got them for doing like my tomatoes
yeah,
and
like
garden
those.
starts and shit. But they work fucking great.
Yeah, that's what I normally use. I just don't have any washed right now.
Yeah.
So I
Uh,
was like, ooh, solo cup.
oh, there you go. Jason's wife needs an extra large booth tray.
Ooh, I could probably make one of those. For Jason, the way he gets in chat, I can make him a special one that'll fucking hold itself in for him. Won't have a spike on it. It'll have a fucking plug on top of it.
That's not bad, Rick. I like to do in my 5x5. I had see last year at this time. I think I had 18, 16 or 18 plants in the 5x5.
Oh,
That got a little hectic.
yeah, man. I'm about four, and a 4x4 is about all I can handle. That'd drive me fucking insane. Well, as a matter of fact, that's all I've got. That's all I had in my little 4x4 for the moment, and it was all just vegging. Right now, the 4x4 has only got two mothers in it. It's got my Hawaiian in there and one of those Virginia goat cheeses. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, so now that's all that's even in there right now. So which would
Mine's
be
got a
fine.
bit.
I'm probably only going to keep a couple mothers at this point. So
Yeah. Yeah, I've reduced mine. Not all by choice, but yeah. I was actually just looking yesterday. I lost some cuts recently. I fucking thought I would not, but they are, I lost them. The cuts or the fucking clones. When I transplanted the clones, I gave them too much too quick and they fucking fried.
yeah, I fucking
So,
hate when you do that, huh?
Yeah. Yup. 4 strains in a 4x4. Yeah, if you're growing big plants, then yeah, 4 plants is. I like to do four or six in a 5x5 spot.
You would like a fucking odd number, you fucking weirdo.
No, 9. Not if you go in fucking 3x3s. It's perfect. It's perfect.
It's perfect. Yeah. Shut the fuck up, phone. Wonder what they want.
Yeah, I do a longer. I've started doing a longer veg. Trying to, just because I flowered some plants that weren't ready at like the 8, and then they don't fucking do anything. It's disappointing as fuck.
Yeah.
But I just flipped the flower room with the bonsai in it. Uh, that thing. I'll have to. Where's my phone? I'll show you a picture. I won't go in there right now because we're getting close to the end here. But next week we'll go check her out. She'll be the second week of flower. I did a thing, and yeah, we're gonna see how this fucking turns out. I don't know if you can see how fucking flat I
I
laid
can
that
see.
shit
Yeah.
out. It looked,
Nice.
yeah. I didn't want to take a picture from above because it looks fucking awful. Because they're all laid flat
Yeah.
underneath, right? They're all still bent and laid flat underneath, and it looks fucking silly. Uh, but they're now starting to come up like they're about that far. Most of the tops now are about that far above the net, and all my all the shit that I fucked up is now grown out, and there's healthy growth. So I flipped that room, and I got about 2 feet to the lights. So if they fucking
Oh,
if
you're fucked.
yeah, I'm fucked.
You're fucked.
I was trying to be positive about it, but yeah, I'm fucked.
You got about 2 feet to the light. You're pulling a me this round.
Oh yeah, but you know what? I think that these branches are pretty. Some of them are pretty thin. Like they seem like they're not going to amount to a lot. So I should have. I should have stripped it and then given it. I should have stripped it earlier for sure, and then given them some time to veg out. But it is what it is. I just need to get it flowered and be done
Right.
with it. That plant
That
got
thing.
bigger faster than I expected and wanted, so it is what it is. Rick, the cats in my garage are like the guardians of the tent in the way that they sit on top of the fucking tent, just absorbing the heat coming off of the fucking thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man. Yeah, I mean, it's been my thing for a long time. My cat loves to hang out and garden with me. Bigger the plants get, the more the fucking cat wants to be hanging out in the room. So yeah, yep, I hear that. My cat loves my girl.
Yeah, I like that, Clay. That's a good like rule of thumb to go by 8 branches per plant.
Yeah, when
It was
you got them
interesting.
packed in a little tighter like that, doing a lot of the same strains or similar to, it's good to find out that number of branches that plant can like really,
Mhm.
support, and then just kind of minimize it down to that, and then just plant extra to compensate.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did. So the pancakes that I just grew, that's kind of what I did because I still had all the auto pots going when I put them in the flower room, and I needed to like fit them in between, in the spaces that I had. So I did prune them out pretty similar, probably about maybe, yeah, maybe 8 nodes, like total from the lowest lower to like where the nugs start to get tight around the main cola. Probably about eight nodes there. And I thought when I flipped them, they seemed so like bean pulley and fucking long and lanky. But when they finished, I'm fucking super happy with the nugs that are on them. They are fucking wonderful. They all look great. Even the lowers, the smalls, the lowers are like that. They're decent popcorn nugs, and they're not larfy. It worked really well on them, so I'm
Yeah.
happy with them. And one of them, it's not quite. I think it might cure a little bit closer to what I'm looking for with the pancakes. Not exactly. Doesn't have quite the umami earthiness that I was looking for, that we had found before, but there is one that's damn close, and it's fucking really good. Like the other day, I smoked 2 or 3 joints just throughout the day doing stuff, and then I smoked one of them later on in the afternoon, and I got me noticeably stoned, even after already having a few others. So it's
Nice.
nice. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Yeah, every cultivar is completely different. Yes.
Shit. Yeah, we should probably get her wrapped up today, huh?
Yeah, probably. I have one more dab frog here for the road. Cheers, everybody.
Oh, I don't think we got any kind of big plans for the evening. Gonna have a nice little get together, hang out. Same. But
Hell yeah.
but we will be here tonight as usual.
You know the deal, people. You know where we'll be. Oh, also, I want to show this to you. This is fucking sick. This
Dude, I love the
fucking
way.
copper inlay that you put in there. Unfortunately, the way that it fucking threads into this fucking
It's
thing,
on the bottom.
it's on the bottom. Yeah,
I
I
heard.
tried so many times to like, sometimes you can really, if you get it and you wind it back the right way, you can fucking get it to spin on the right way. But no, I
Right.
tried like a dozen times. I was like, fuck, no. And I
Yeah,
actually
all right.
even I fucked with it so much that the wood came off, it unthreaded off the fucking metal. So I was like, oh, maybe I can rethread it the right way back onto the
Just to
metal
get
piece.
enough back on.
Yeah, no, it's still fucking held up on the bottom, but I just add a little dab of super glue in there and it's fucking beauty now. But yeah, I fucking like that. That's a nice little touch in there.
Yeah, man, I was a little heartbroken when that thing cracked, and I was like, wait a minute, that's like perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, that's sick. That's sick. Doc, you'll have to come. You'll just have to show up to find out, I guess. But with that, you guys all have a fucking great day. And we'll catch you again this evening.
Fucking A, man.
Wood bowls, yeah, I'm gonna get one. I want to get one. I know, Fluff, you got a wood bowl. I want to try one.
Yeah. I need to make some like legit like fucking wood pipes. Like pipe. Give that a fucking shot. But
Yeah, that'd be cool.
that takes some fucking work.